Hi, my name's Marge. Welcome to my tube. I'm trying to adjust this sound so I can hear it, but not you. Not that I don't want to share my music with you. I love music and to share it and all the little facts I learn with it that go along with the singers and such. Like Ellie King, is Rob Schneider's daughter. And I think about that every time because it hasn't been that long since I've seen that movie Hot Chick. He's in it, and so she comes popping up in my playlist, my live soundtrack. It just freaking makes me go, I love her. Anyway. Excuse me. So, I hope you're having a good day. I'm having a good day. Yesterday was good too. Because sometimes you compare them to times that you've had before that weren't as good, like in history, same day, you know? Like, I think that's why people reflect on around their birthdays and stuff. Another turn around the moon. Anyway, yesterday was a good day. Loretta had a good day. Spirits are high. I slept good. No complaints. Anyway, I do have to venture out today because Stanley needs cat food, and it's what they call the busiest shopping day of the year. So hopefully that rush is over by the time I make my way out, because I'm gonna meditate do my hour. My meditate state, get nice and zen, then go out in the world and see what's going on. I I'm like a reporter. I report on all kinds of things, esoteric things, climate. I believe in energy, and this morning I got to watch a story of a woman sharing her experience about the Earth grid lines, and it kind of coincides with what I believe, and with the Earth grid lines. I mean, it's all the same ideology because she and I are of the same frequency, and well, that is transferred through light and part of. Anyway, it's a long story, but I'll try and stay focused here for this because there's a lot. See, like I picture DNA strands, you know, how they look like twisted ladders. Well, I look at that as positive, negative energy, synonymous at the same time, meaning people say positive, negative, and they say masculine, feminine. They don't know that they mean the same thing. Because you need positive and negative to create a reaction, a spark, chemistry. That's why there's love at first sight. And that's also why people, when things end badly and they have an idea of what their future is supposed to look like, and the other person doesn't see it that way and they resolve that, it creates dissonance. And sometimes if the person that gets freaking dumped isn't cool, freaking they snap. That's what happened in the hospital in Chicago. That kid went in and freaking started because he got dumped because he didn't know how to soothe himself, because he never, you know, maybe nobody ever told him that she ain't the only one in the sea. You know, I it creates problems, and it's happening a lot right now. Like, as a matter of fact, there was one shooting that I saw last night before I went to bed. It was a headline popped up. It was a shooting, Alabama, I think, something like that, one of those southern states, and I honestly thought that there was going to be more. Yeah, you know, it's the holidays and people start to drink in and start to talk. You know, their low starts coming out, their low vibey stuff, because that's what alcohol does, it's depressant. And so that brings out the low vibey stuff. You know, you start saying things and how you really feel, and, you know, speaking in your truth, and that creates a lot of problems. So I honestly thought that there was going to be a lot more trouble last night. So thank goodness for that. But today is the day of the full moon, so that is why I'm eager to go out and then come back before it starts getting dark even. I don't know. I mean, I do, but anyway. So that was just a verbal pause, kind of like, what else? Oh, so the lady, she was telling the story about the grid lines, and she was talking about crop circles and stuff like that, and I actually kind of believe that crop circles happen from within. It's energy drawing from within the planet that creates the crop circles. I believe a lot of things that a lot of people don't believe, because I believe in an all things possible universe, and so when all things are possible, it's like you can really get out there with it, of things that can be possible. So I have this idea, and I started thinking about it with her grid line story. I think we travel in alignment. Like, we end up in places along the same latitude and longitude, and we connect with people along the same latitude and longitude. For example, when I was in the Air Force, I was supposed to go to Turkey, but we got diverted. Because Turkey was being a Turkey. No, I don't know. They weren't letting us in, and they weren't letting people out. Our people that were there out at the time. So they diverted me to Greece, Suda Bay. And one of our off days, Sergeant Phil, I'll just call him Phil. He took us around, and we got to go to a monastery called it's in Greek. Katho Liko, Catholico, Monastery Catholico, and it's on 35.5902 north is the latitude, right? So I was like, okay. So what places are along that? And I got a plus or minus 2 rule. You get plus or minus 2 degrees in there, right? Because it ain't always going to be exact, right? So then I look up at where I was born. Yep, 34.1083 degrees north. Yeah, so I think that we travel and end up in alignment. No, I don't think that coincidences are a thing. I think synchronicities are real. I think that we know how our life is going to end up. We just don't know exactly how it's going to do it. We always, since we live in a free will universe, there's always going to be plot twists, you know, because sometimes, that's why, sometimes you surprise yourself with how you're going to react in a situation. That's why I think it's so important for right now for people to not drink and to spend more time in quiet contemplation, even if you can't meditate or, you know, whatever, just spend some time by yourself quietly. And if you get a chance, listen to nature. See, that's the thing that's what I love, is the nature, the sounds of nature, is people don't even know what nature sounds like anymore. And we are nature. I mean, there was a time, I hate the industrial complex. It's dirty. It's dirty, it creates pollution, it causes harm, it just dirty. I like natural, organic things. And it's so far less greedy. Because you just want things, organic is just stuff that works, it's just enough, so people can just, you know, use it and get by just like they ought to, not freaking freak out every month trying to freaking, you know, pay for your electricity bonuses and your stock shit and crap. I don't know. Things are changing, though. They really are. But, you know, and it's so sweet how all these readers and stuff, they're getting these readings, and you can just see it in their eyes when they get this card, and they're like, oh my, they know what's going to happen, but they're trying to sugarcoat it for the users. Dude, we already know freaking people are dying in fires and tornadoes and hurricanes and starving, and puddles of people are traveling the world without homes. We already know that there's pedophiles and that there's people that do weird things with blood and seances and rituals and things like that. We already know that evil exists. The thing of it is I help people teach themselves to recognize things that they need to keep themselves safe from in their surroundings. Yeah. That is what I do. Plus, I try and help people. I raise your vibration and help to put you in a good mood. And maybe if you're sad and feel lonely, you could watch my tube and you won't feel that way as much. I like to hope to think that I do that too. And I also have all kinds of ideas. Like, I have all these dog beds I want to make. They're up off the ground and they're like ottomans. And I call them dog on 'em. Dog on it. Call it dog on it. Dog on it, not dog on 'em, I misspoke. Dog on it. And then, I can make them all fancy and decorative, and I think equestrian stuff. I've said this last year about equestrian stuff. Is horses are gonna come back, and all those old timey like competitive things that don't fucking. You don't have to make millions of dollars a year for and wear freaking, these big stupid, your shoes cost 500, your cleats cost 5, and all that stuff that just resolves around money. No, it's just gonna go back to being competitive and playing and just kicking around with your friends and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Just going back to grass. Things are just becoming more organic because, like, even with technology, it changes so much people aren't even going to bother. People want simple. I know this. I know people want simple because I'm a person and I want simple. And I don't like going to my apps and every time, like, I don't, there's even some readers that I can't, it's funny because they'll come back up, but they've changed their name, but I used to watch them last year and to see where they are now and where they were. I mean, it's completely different because that's what we do. We're human beings. We're always changing and evolving, right? But people don't. People want to do that. They don't want to be made to do that. They want the choice. I don't know. Unless you have a freaking. I have a pretty good memory about stuff, but like when all the apps are changing, see, this is what I hate because I go a lot by muscle memory. I was in IT for years, so I could just go through click, 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 without even thinking to get to file locations in the OS, right? So, and then they started changing all the, constantly changing stuff, so it freaking adds more clicks. You're giving me more clicks, and then it's like you move stuff around. Now I gotta stop and look for it, because some freaking guy wanted to move something, that he wanted to change something because he thought of a new code to do it and just all that stuff. Anyway, I'm rambling on, and I gotta get into my meditate state or cat's gonna start yelling at dinner time. Hope you all have a rad day.